The first session of the 124th Maine legislature concluded on Friday, bringing to an end a session that included massive budget cuts, significant tax reform, and landmark same-sex marriage laws. Our Aaron Jackson takes a look back.
A lot of people were pessimistic about this session when it started. I think a lot of people said there's no way they can get things done in this climate. And we did.
The 2009 Maine state legislature had a tough task heading into this past session.
Considering the fiscal challenges we had and the national and global recession that our state is trying to exist within, we had a great session.
Included in this past session was a new biennial state budget in which hundreds of millions of dollars had to be cut.
We wanted to make sure that we didn't end up like New York and Minnesota and California and the states that have not been able to put together a budget yet. So we're pleased that we were able to pass a two-year budget and receive strong support for it.
When you look around the country at what other states are dealing with, whose budgets keep failing, I'd say Maine is ahead of the curve and setting the standard.
New tax laws were also passed, and Maine became the 5th state to allow same-sex marriage.
That was one of the most amazing things we did this session. It had nothing to do with the budget, it had nothing to do with the economic crisis, but it's the right thing to do for Maine people. And I think it really says a lot about the attitude we had this session, which is we weren't afraid to take on any of the hard issues. And
members of both parties were able to put aside their differences for the good of the state.
I think in the long run it was probably a productive session and showed a lot of cooperation.
We really put partisanship aside and just made a conscious decision from the minute we started in January that we were going to work together.
For most, the work isn't done, as they will continue to work throughout the summer as they prepare for their next session in January. Aaron Jackson, your Bangor News.